Welcome to NAB 2022.
Okay, as TK said, welcome to NAB 2022. This is Nick Huston and
I'm
TK
TK.
for Gotham Sound and Communications live from Las Vegas.
Yeah, man. Looks like we're about to get things started for the day.
Indeed. The weather is beautiful here, so for people back on the East Coast or the Northeast, be a little jealous. But also, anybody that has, since we are live, anybody that has questions or things they're interested in, things they want to know about, please leave them in the comments, and we will get to them. And
Juicy questions. We want them.
exactly. So to give us a little, so TK and I will be doing a lot of the hosting, but also here we've got Peter Schneider and Tom Fama. And back in New York, who are not pictured, we've got Jared M. Silver, who is frightfully important, and Joe Malik on the questions. Joey, why don't you give us a preview of how the questions will work? There is a little bit of a delay on these things. Joey, can you give us a little bit of a preview of how the questions will work in the chat?
Sure. I can actually give you a hello from Bulgaria, as I already chimed in.
All right.
Hello, Bulgaria.
So any questions you guys want to ask, just send them on through, and I'll talk to you from New York all the way to Vegas, and it'll be a great day.
Sounds lovely, Joey. Thank you. So we are going to be basically rolling around here for the next couple of days.
Yeah, we'll be bruising around with all of the vendors. So if you guys have anything that you particularly want answered, please type it in the chat, and we will make sure we relay that to those vendors, those manufacturers.
And we're going to be starting off, the convention starts at 10 West Coast time, Pacific, right? Pacific Standard. So we're going to be starting off Electrosonics.
Yes, Electro.
Yep. Today, I should really go down the list, but today we'll get to as many things as we can, including Shure and Sony and
Wizzycom's on the list.
Wizzycom.
Swing by Shure, I guess.
Yeah,
Shure
later on today. Sound devices. Yeah, basically any vendor that we can, we'll try to hit today. If not, we'll get to them tomorrow. Yeah, and I guess we should just do a little bit of we can talk through a tiny bit of the tech, and we'll do something with Peter a little bit later where he goes through things. But the things that you should know, obviously, we're wearing headsets and earpieces. The cool thing about these earpieces is they go to these kind of really neat phones. So like, I don't know, this is the biggest phone I've seen since maybe 2007. There we go. There's TK's. And TK, why don't you show off the app?
So here's the app. This is essentially the home screen of the app. You have the ability to dial into what I'm currently on, which is the crew. Then this is also going to be a live chat option feed over here. And then this will be another independent crew line over here. So yeah, it gives you a couple options, volume, essentially the run-of-the-mill of what you would expect, some ducking options there. So you can give priority to those who, the important speakers. Yeah, so this is a pretty cool app, very nifty to be able to communicate across coast. So check this out if you're interested.
And and that app is Unity. And the cool thing about these phones is that they have a very robust connector as opposed to the the 1/8 inch or Lightning connector. It's actually a lock-in connector. So when we want to talk, we push this button, and we can. Wow, I hear myself.
Dun, da, da, da.
Weird.
Yes, indeed.
But people on the East Coast can hear us back in the control room running everything. So, and just to show a little bit off of what we're doing, so we've got headsets, we've got wireless. I guess we'll do the sound stuff first because we are a sound thing, but here's Tom with our sound bag. With this, we have an 833 running both auto mix and noise assist, a couple of Shure wireless, and we will have a boom up at some point. But there we go. We got some Inspired Energy batteries, and we're rolling as a backup, as always, multi-track. What else do you have? Oh, and we're using a DCHT DBU. Oh, we're going mono to camera. Got it. Sorry. We're using a DBU. Thank you, Tom. To go to the Electrosonics DCR 822. So we're feeding a mono signal into that, which is then going into this JVC camera. Peter, what model is this JVC camera? It's an HD 500 camera. Okay. HC 500. All right, but it does do HD. Right. All right. So then we're taking the video, and we're basically going into all these crazy Wi-Fi boxes. So we've got a couple of different PepWave boxes. So we've got one down here that's got multiple SIM cards. It's a 5G hotspot that's also feeding
Yeah.
via Ethernet
Totally natural
into this
ambiance.
other bonded cellular 4G. And so all of that is then being broadcast back to the New York studio, along with, and if we can cut back to the wide camera, the handy cam or the host cam that you see in my hand. And Jared is doing the switching in the back.
Show those hands.
Okay. Anyway, I think that's all we have for an intro. Anything you want to add?
No, I think we're fine. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and head inside.
Great. Any questions, comments, or concerns, Joey?
No, everybody is just kind of chiming in. We've got some hellos from Serbia and Nigeria now.
Great. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. Thanks so much for being here, and stay tuned for more from the NAB Show 2022.